What is the truth? Does it even exist? At some point in our history, it became common to believe that truth is a matter of perspective. What is true for one person may not necessarily be true for another. This idea could easily be validated, considering that there is such a vast variation in experience. There are literally billions of different beings on this planet, each with their own personal beliefs, perspectives, likes and dislikes. Each person is affected uniquely by their physical surroundings, upbringing, life experiences, traumas, interests, education, culture, economic circumstances. However, does the fact that each person has a different perspective conclude that there can be nothing discovered as true between them? Is absolute truth something which can be discovered at all? If one person experiences the taste of water as refreshing and thirst-quenching, and another finds it to be tasteless and dull, does this invalidate the perceived qualities of the water for the first person? Which of them has discovered the truth about water in this example? It would be easy to say that there is no ultimate truth to be discovered, but that both are just experiencing their individual perception. But for the sake of discovery and investigation, how could one really know the truth about water? What it is and what it's not? How can one know the truth about anything? Is it necessary to find agreement in an experience in order to determine whether it is true ultimately? Perhaps not. It could be easy to get lost, looking for truth amidst personal preferences. Opinions are interesting in that if you have one, you may not be able to perceive whether the opposing opinion contains value. It's terribly easy to assume that someone with an opposing view is actually wrong. Many wars have been waged between countries, families, and even friends in the name of opposing truths and opposing perspectives. Simply experiencing something does not necessarily make it true, especially when it comes to thoughts and feelings. For example, when a couple first falls in love and finds each other to be the greatest man or woman they have ever met, but a few months later, they separate because the other person drives them crazy. Which of these experiences is true? It would seem that the experience of time plays a large role in the perception of truth. If I once felt a certain way, but no longer do, then my current experience is the true one and the past was false. Unless I change my mind, and then perhaps I would realize that the way I felt in the past was actually true, and now I should return to the feelings that I once had. When does it become clear that we can be deluded by our own perceptions and beliefs, thoughts and feelings? Is there a faculty within the human being which can experience unwavering truth? Or must we spend the entirety of our lives in contradiction? So why is the truth so difficult to discover? Each person experiences fleeting thoughts and emotions which occur as true from moment to moment. But are there also thoughts and emotions which are not fleeting? Could it be that even amidst an ongoing flux of alternating and opposing internal experiences, that there is a simultaneous stream of objective experience, a place within each person where truth can be perceived? If the most shared human experience is love, would this distinguish it as truth? One which can be discovered at any moment from anywhere by anyone, regardless of belief, perspective, like or dislike? Perhaps the capacity to experience love is what makes us human. Can love be a perception from which to experience truth, not just a wavering emotion or thought, which has been carelessly labeled by the human mind as love, but the kind of love which is not based on belief, perspective, like or dislike? What if love is something which is not based in self-interest, and is therefore intrinsically objective and unbiased? This would seem like a great place from which to experience and discover the truth.